videos?
He's busy.
While these jokes were funny at first, they started to dominate his character, leading to him being more lustful in videos. Another issue is how Cody's dynamic with Junior and Joseph has shifted. Earlier episodes showed a genuine friendship between the kids. Even though Cody was the one they always picked on, they still genuinely cared for him. However, as they grew older, we grew older too, and naturally, their friendship has started to weaken. Also, another thing that really bothers me about Cody's is all the sponsors he constantly promotes in videos. I swear, whenever it switches scenes in SML now, I always get scared that Cody's gonna jump scare me and start talking about Dragon City. And I get it, SML's gotta get that bag, but seriously, is it that hard to think of a better way to integrate a brand deal? And speaking of brand deals, this video is sponsored by me. If you're a brand, please sponsor me. I gotta pay my editor and feed my kids. Anyways, moving on to our next character that has gotten worse over time, Joseph. One of Joseph's defining traits in the early days was his tragic backstory. Joseph was portrayed as a poor character with an absent father and deceased mother. Despite these hardships, though, his optimism made him a pretty liked character. However, over time, his personality started to change, and he slowly became more mean-spirited. Many of the jokes about his poverty now are really over-exaggerated and repetitive. And now, his only role in modern SML videos is just for him to be there and meet Ride Jr. and take whatever side he's taking against Cody. Is Joseph even real? What is bro doing? One video that's a pinnacle of Joseph's decline is SML movie Joseph the Millionaire, but this was so hated that Logan deemed it not to be canon. And in that video, it was revealed that Joseph's actually rich, and it showed how truly mean he actually is to other characters. But one of the biggest problems is he started to get used a lot less in videos. See, Lavelle is the voice actor of Joseph, but he also plays a bunch of other characters too. So whenever they need a scene of Junior, Cody, and Chef Pee-Pee, Joseph is forced to leave so they can continue with Chef Pee-Pee, Tyrone, and many of the other side characters he plays. Another reason for him possibly appearing less in videos is the fact that Lavelle actually has a kid now, so that might be a reason he shows up to less filming days. The reason why Joseph doesn't seem to have a quote role in the friend group is because they always make him leave at the beginning of the video, and after they had to switch to the human puppets, Joseph eventually ran into a problem over time where he kind of just became a black stereotype. But another character who ran into this same problem was Chef Pee-Pee. Chef Pee-Pee was initially beloved by fans because of his relatable reactions to the ridiculous requests of his boss Bowser. If Chef Pee-Pee was in a video, you knew it would be a good one. Similar to Joseph, his character also started with a personality completely different from what it is today. And Chef Pee-Pee's character is probably the one that has had the most changes in SML history. He started off as a really stupid chef that would just talk about cooking turtle soup.
No employee.
Yes, I'm the new employee.
Turtle?
Yes, I'm a turtle.
Turtle soup, yeah.
Turtle soup.
Turtle soup.
No, turtle soup. No, turtle soup.
But over the years, he's evolved to actually be a pretty decent chef, with him at least cooking some pretty edible meals from 2014 to 2015. However, in 2017, fans noticed that his cooking started to get worse. But honestly, him making meals that literally made no sense, like burnt mac and cheese, actually made the videos hilarious, and added an interesting new trait to his character. But in recent years, as early as 2023, Chef Pee-Pee has started to fall off, in pretty much the exact same way Joseph did, where over time, he just became a black stereotype and a shell of what his character used to be. The shift really started in SML movie Boys Night Out, and ever since then, he's weirdly become more gangster than a chef. Although Chef Pee-Pee is still a treat to see, even recently, it would still be nice if he went back to focusing on being more of a terrible chef and cooking new abominations never seen before in videos. But this isn't nearly as bad as Marvin, who has had the biggest fall off out of any character in SML history. Once the protagonist of the show, the literal face of the channel, Mario somehow went from the face of SML to a glorified punching bag. But what makes this story even crazier? Somehow, he's had a comeback. Let's rewind to the very beginning. Back in 2007, yes, 2007, Mario was the main character of the channel. Classic videos with Mario, like Mario and Luigi's Stupid and Dumb Adventures, had that perfect mix of comedy, randomness, and charm that made SML what it is today. Modern SML fans will never understand what we've experienced. But then, everything changed in 2016. When Jeffy was introduced, he completely flipped SML on its head. Suddenly, Mario's whole existence revolved around babysitting Jeffy. Sure, Mario has always been stressed out, but now his frustration went from relatable and funny to non-stop whining. The once adventurous Mario was now just a guy who yelled, sighed, and begged for peace. Some fans found his misery hilarious though, but others not so much. OG SML fans started to jump ship, saying Mario's lost what made him special. He wasn't an adventurer anymore. He was more of just Jeffy's dad. And this was only made worse with the rebranding of his name from Mario to Marvin in 2021, due to copyright concerns. Well, the name and puppet change itself wasn't really problematic. It really felt like the final nail in the coffin for a character who already lost so much of his original charm. Bro, if you really think about it, Marvin used to be Mario. He used to go on these crazy adventures with his brother Mama Luigi, trying to save Peach. He ends up meeting Rosalina, taking care of Jeffy, and doesn't have a job. What a downfall. Marvin is now adventureless. His dynamic with Rose has also become a source of frustration for fans, as their relationship feels forced and is lacking chemistry. But around 2023, when Brooklyn Guy started being used a lot more in videos, Marvin almost took back his role as the straight man of the group, and actually had a really interesting dynamic with Brooklyn Guy, causing Marvin nowadays to either be pretty neutral or positively looked at by some fans. But I can't say the same about his once nemesis, Bowser. What made Bowser so entertaining in the early days was his exaggerated personality. He was loud, selfish, and clueless in a way that was absolutely hilarious. Fans loved him so much to the point where he appeared in over 68 videos in 2014. However, in 2021, he had to be changed to a human puppet like everyone else, and went from Bowser to Braxton. Braxton started beating Junior less, stopped caring about him, and continued to stay in his room and watch TV. I think Chef Pee-Pee is now Junior's legal guardian at this point. For some reason, ever since he's been switched to a human puppet, Logan has barely used him in videos. In fact, there is only one video having Braxton in the title, and it's from the Super Bowser Logan channel when they still used the plushies. I guess he's just that unappealing to the audience. But Braxton has definitely had the worst puppet transformation. Now, I have a theory. When Bowser drank the human potion and turned into Braxton, I think his evil powers went away too. He still looks scary, but can't act on it. His powers were present in Bowser, like his flame breathing, as seen in the Mario and Luigi's Stupid and Dumb Adventure series. So when he drank the potion, it eliminated his powers because humans can't contain unnatural power, obviously. But did you know there's over 25 SML characters that have gone missing? If you want to know more, click on this video right